Hello everyone, welcome to our channel Farmeasy. Today, we will learn about the skeletal system. I hope it will be useful as well as interesting for you. And, for better understanding, watch the complete lecture. So, let's start. Skeletal system. It serves as a framework for the body, and it includes bones, joints, cartilage, tendons, and ligaments. Skeletal system makes up about 20% of a person's body weight. There are total 206 bones in an adult, and in infants there are approximately 300 bones, but they fused after some time and forms 206 bones. In this video lecture, we will discuss all these 206 bones. And, in our body, longest bone is femur, which is a thigh bone, and smallest bone is stapes, that is present in our ear. Interestingly, there are some differences in male and female skeleton. Male have longer skeleton along with the high bone mass, and female have broader pelvis that helps in pregnancy and easy childbirth. Now, our next topic is functions of skeletal system. Human skeleton supports the body as well as organs. And it also protects the delicate organs of the body such as cranium or cranial cavity protects brain and eyes. Rib cage along with the spine and sternum protects our lungs and heart. And vertebral column or vertebrae protect the spinal cord. As bones provide the basic structure for muscle attachment, it helps in body movement. Tendon means attachment of bones to muscles. RBCs are formed in the bone marrow of long bones such as femur. And its formation is known as hematopoiesis. Skeletal system also regulates the endocrine glands by releasing osteocalcin hormone that helps in the regulation of blood sugar and fat deposition. That was all about introduction to skeletal system and its functions. Now, we will study about the division of skeletal system. It is divided into two categories, that is axial skeletal system and appendicular skeletal system. Axial skeleton includes bones of cranial bones or head, neck, vertebrae, ear ossicles, and rib cage or chest bones. As the diagram shows, the axial bones, such as cranial bones, neck, vertebral column, rib cage, and appendicular skeleton includes bones of upper and lower limb, and shoulder girdle and pelvis. Look at this figure. It shows the appendicular skeletal bones such as upper limb and lower limb, pelvis, and the shoulder bones. Important point is that shoulder girdle and pelvis is the connection point between axial and appendicular skeletal system that helps in mechanical loads transfer. Now, we will study all bones present in axial and appendicular skeletal system. So, first one is axial skeletal system. It includes 80 bones of body. Cranial bones or head has 22 bones, that is again divided into two subcategories, as skull that has 8 bones, namely frontal having 1 bone, parietal having 2 bones, temporal with 2 bones, occipital with 1 bone, ethmoid and sphenoid also have 1 bone. So, there will be 8 bones in human skull. Facial bones are 14 in number, namely, maxilla that is present above the teeth and below the nose have 2 bones, zygomatic is present below the eyes and known as cheekbone have 2 bones, mandible is a jaw bone have 1 bone, nasal bones are 2 in number, palatine bones are 2 in number. Lacrimal bone present near the eyes have 2 bones. Vomer have 1 bone and there are 2 bones in inferior nasal concha. So, learning trick is mandible and voter have 1 bone and other have 2 bones. Hyoid is a free bone, means it is not attached to any other bone and our tongue is attached. So, it is also known as tongue bone. There are 26 vertebral bones as cervical with 7 bones, thoracic with 12 bones, lumbar 5 bones, and sacrum and coccygeal have only 1 bone. Auditory ossicles or the ear bones. There are 6 bones in the both left and right ear, namely malleus, incus and stapes. And stapes is the smallest bone of human body. Thoracic cage includes 25 bones. There are 14 true ribs, 7 on each side. 6 false ribs, 3 on each side. 4 floating ribs, 2 on each side. And 1 is the sternum bone to which ribs are attached. This is a figure of thoracic cage. And in this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. These are the true ribs which are attached to the sternum bone. And 8, 9, 10. These are the false ribs because these are not directly attached to sternum but are attached to the true ribs. 11th and 12th ribs are not attached to any other bone, so these are known as floating ribs. And next figure is of cranium that includes skull and facial bones. As it shows frontal, parietal, temporal, occipital bones. And here is sphenoid bone, ethmoid bone, nasal bone, lacrimal bone, zygomatic bone, maxilla and mandible bone. This is a figure of vertebral column. Its anterior view, lateral view and posterior view. These are cervical bones from C1 to C7. C1 is the atlas bone. Thoracic bones are from T1 to T12. Lumbar bones are from L1 to L5. This is fused sacrum bone and last is coccygeal bone. And these are the 3 bones of ear that are present after the ear drum. It is malleus, incus, and stapes. Now, next division is appendicular skeletal system. It comprises of total 126 bones of our body. And it includes 60 bones of upper limbs, 30 on each side. Long bone of upper limb is humerus having 2 bones in both of the limbs. 2 radius, 2 bones of ulna, 16 bones of carpals or the wrist bones, 10 metacarpals which are the palm bones, and 14 phalanges or finger bones. And in the lower limbs, there are also 60 bones, 30 on each side. Long bone of lower limb is femur. And it is the longest bone of human body, and also it is a site of RBC's formation. There are 2 bones of femur in both the limbs. 2 tibia bone, 2 bones of fibula and 2 bones of patella which is a kneecap. 14 bones are present in tarsal or ankle bone, 10 bones in metatarsal, and 14 bones are present in phalanges. Shoulder or pectoral girdle have 4 bones that are 2 clavicle bones and 2 scapular bones. And pelvis or hip bone also have 2 bones. So, these are total 126 bones of appendicular skeletal system. Here, this is a figure of upper limb. This is the clavicle bone that is also known as the collar bone, and here is triangular shaped scapula bone. This is long bone of upper limb known as humerus. These are the two bones, that is radius and ulna. Radius bone is shorter but broader, and ulna is longer but thinner. And in this figure, these are 8 carpal bones, namely hamate, pisiform, triquetrum, lunate, scaphoid, capitate, trapezoid, trapezium. These are also known as the wrist bone. Palm area having 5 bones, known as metacarpals. And finger bones or phalanges have 14 bones. This is a figure of lower limb. Femur is the longest bone and the site of hematopoiesis. This is the patella bone, also known as kneecap. This is the tibia bone, which is shorter and broader. And fibula bone is longer and thinner. And in this figure, ankle bone or tarsal having 7 bones, namely medial cuneiform, intermediate cuneiform, lateral cuneiform, cuboid, navicular, calcaneus, and talus. And there are 5 metatarsals and 14 phalanges bones. Next is shoulder girdle having 4 bones. 2 bones are clavicle, also known as collar bones, and 2 bones are triangular shaped, named as scapula. Last one is pelvic girdle. This is sacrum bone and its coccygeal bone, that is the last bone of vertebral column. And last point is that female pelvis is broader than male to accommodate pregnancy and childbirth. If you have any queries regarding our lectures, then ask in the comments section. Thank you. Keep watching and take care.